It ain't the biggest, but it'll get the job done. Haha, giggity. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Ljs Garage. I am sitting in a 2019 Honda CIvic SI, and I'm a huge Honda fan, and I love the SI. A lot of us, we have grown up a little bit since this SI used to be one of the coolest cars ever, and I still think it's awesome. I still think it has a lot to offer, and when it comes to finding a fun car for your teenager or your college kid, or just somebody that might want something a little bit more fun than a plain Jane, Honda Civic, this is one step above that, and it's the SI. So it's 205 awesome horsepowers, and I chose to do this one today because I do actually really like the Honda Civic. I love the Honda Civic Type R, and I feel like a lot of people look down on the SI, and it doesn't get as much love as it deserves, and it has so much to offer, and it's just a well-rounded car. Yes, it's front-wheel drive. Yes, it's, a Honda Civic at its core, but guess what? There is nothing at all wrong with the Honda Civic. It's one of my favorite cars, and it's the car that you can recommend to anyone, and they'll probably be all right with it. You can find these for easily under $20,000, and even brand new, right around $25,000. There's not a lot that beats this. So let's talk about this one. So some quick specs. Under the hood, you've got a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder. It is single turbo, and it is a small little turbo, but it does just enough to make this a little bit more peppier than a regular Honda Civic. 0 to 60 time, right around 6.3 seconds, which is actually just enough to have fun with, but not enough to send you to jail, unless you really push it, which you really kind of have to push this car to get the max out of this. And if you do that, I always say it's better to learn how to drive a slower car fast than it is to drive a fast car slow on these normal daily driving roads, because you can't really get the full experience of 700-800 horsepower while trying to make sure that you stay away from the law. Listen to this as well. Not only is this peppy, you get 28 miles per gallon in the city and 38 miles per gallon on the highway. People even touch 40 in a Honda Civic SI. So yeah, you can get the Type R, which gets a lot less better gas mileage than this, but I mean, it's all right. It's all right. Trust me, it's all right. Some people like to measure things in miles per gallon versus miles per gallon, and I feel like this is just right there in the middle. It balances it out pretty well. And no, it doesn't have the craziest sounding exhaust or the best handling like a Corvette Miata type of thing. And yes, it is front wheel drive, but it's got 4 doors, it's comfortable, it handles well, and it does have enough grip to, make you smile. You only get one transmission option, and it's a glorious 6-speed manual. I recently made a video on the new Nissan Z and the Supra, and a lot of people love their manuals. Trust me, I get it. So whenever I get a chance to drive a manual, I have a lot of fun, I enjoy it. So let's go ahead and just take this for a drive first, because that's really what makes the SI so awesome. And then once we get back, I'll go ahead and show you guys a little bit of the outside and a little bit of what you get on the inside, as well as my overall thoughts on this thing. And I guarantee you, by the time I'm done, you will truly understand why I do like the Honda Civic SI. If you're unfamiliar with the Honda Civic, it's been around for a very long time. And the SI is one of those cars that, a lot of people get into automotive love and being a car guy through. It's kind of a gateway car. And I say that because when you really learn how to drive a car like this, it makes you want more. It does. But when you learn to love something like this and appreciate it, that's when you really become an enthusiast, in my mind. Whew. Then let's throw in the word reliability. Now, there's really not a lot like this. I feel like I could teach anyone to drive in this, and it would be a blast. If you want, you can use the shift lights. If you don't want, you can just enjoy the drive and just feel the car. Become one with it. And that's exactly what I like to do. No rev matching or anything like that, so it's just up to you to be a good driver. So look at this. This is what you get when you get the SI. I love this black. Nothing really beats that for me other than all white. I do like all white. Got your SI badge, your red Honda badge, nice little daytime running lights, your fog lights, and this mean grille, which looks a lot like the more aggressive Type R front bumper, but just a little bit tamer. As for your wheels, these are what you're going to get from the factory, and they do they get the job done. It is front wheel drive, so it is pretty much a ready to go all season car. On top of that, you see this little mirror here on the side. I'll show you guys what that does. Whenever you turn on your right turn signal though, it shows you a little camera on your screen so you don't have to look away. It helps with that blind spot and everything like that. You do have keyless entry, so you have buttons on the door so you can lock and unlock. And you know, with a little bit of window tint, this actually looks really good. And special thanks to SVG Motors for letting me take this out for a spin. If you are local to the Dayton area, stop in and ask for Nathan. On the back, you'll see these cool tail lights. And on top of that, you've got the center exhaust, which is kind of cool, kind of nice. I mean, it doesn't make much noise. It doesn't really sound like anything. So really not even worth letting you guys hear or listen for that. Go ahead and we'll pop this trunk. You can see you got plenty of space. Plenty. And that's the thing with these cars, they're practical, easy to use. Got a little bit of under storage there. No spare tire or nothing. Weight savings. It looks good, right? You got your little spoiler, third brake light. I mean, to me, this looks good. This is good looking. And then let's go here. We'll check out this back seat. Cloth seats. This is what the view looks like from back here. Looks nice. You got your sunroof. Look at the clouds. The clouds are nice today. And I mean, that's really it. So let's get back up front. You got manual seats, but they're fine. But look at this. Pretty nice. Good bolstering. So if you're a little bit on the chubbier side, you're carrying a little bit more weight, this might not be the car for you. But once you're in it, we'll go ahead and close this door. You'll see that, you know, that's where that shift light is, so you can mess around with that. And if you don't want to see it, then that's fine too. You can always go to different parts of the menu. You do get Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, that stuff is there. You know, if you click through the different gauges, you'll see you got different things. You can see like your boost gauge, you know, so you can give it a little rev. You know, there's that. Otherwise, really not much to talk about in there. It says I don't have anything connected, but you can go to like your home, and here you can see your smartphone connection. That's where it would be. But there's really nothing really to talk about in there. You do have dual climate control, and you can just keep it in sync so that both sides are the same temperature. And then you got heated seats. Nice. Here's your manual transmission. Nice little golf ball looking, baseball something, whatever that stitching is kind of like. Nice there. Under here you got a little bit more storage. You've got your brake hold, which I was talking about in the driving video, and then your electronic parking brake. You do get your cup holders here and a little bit of extra storage there. So there's that. And then this is your passenger seat. You got some more storage in your glove box, cup holders, and that's all she offers. So that, in a nutshell, is all you get with the CIvic SI. Like I said, you got your sunroof right here, which is always nice to have. It ain't the biggest, but it'll get the job done. Haha, giggity. Give you guys kind of a little different view. Another thing I forgot to mention is the safety ratings on this thing. This thing has a 5-star crash safety rating. So, you know, if you care about your teenager, if you care about the people in your life, that's always a good thing, right? I would assume. This thing's just fantastic. Get a little bit of torque steering, which is kind of expected when you have a front-wheel drive car. Really not much about this for anyone to say that they hate. It may not be enough power for everybody, but the thing is, again, you just can't hate this. The only people that I guess would not enjoy this are the people that want a true rear-wheel drive sports car, which this is not trying to be a rear-wheel drive sports car, or, you know, hardly even a sports car at all. It's trying to be a little more peppy of a daily driver. What I'm trying to say is that this is not about blowing the doors off of anyone. This is literally just about having fun at a reasonably safe speed and pushing a 200 horsepower car to the best of its abilities. And once you really kind of learn this car and the transmission and everything, it's really, really easy to drive. Obviously, I'm not gonna get the 36 miles per gallon in the city because I'm driving like a little snob. But if you drive like a sane person and shift at 2,500 RPM, then you'll get that. You'll get that very easily. But I'm not about that boring life. I like to have fun. Life's short. And look at this handling though. Sharp, plenty. You get a little bit of turbo lag, I won't even lie about that. But it makes you feel like you're driving something way faster than it actually is. So, at the end of the day, I'm a huge fan of the Honda CIvic SI. And yes, I'm driving like a a-hole on this guy, but he's just driving super slow. I'm trying to get in these twisties. I'm trying to have some fun. Whee! When you're ready, you just chill in this thing. And that's all I've got for you guys today. So thank you so much for checking out yet another episode on LJ's Garage. Be sure to hit that like button, comment button, subscribe button, and be sure to drop a comment. Let me know if you have any questions, concerns, or, you know, what do you think is better than the Honda CIvic SI? Let's hear it. Let's talk about it. Till next time.